Namaste, Jai Bharat. I am a Democrat, but I am a Democrat for want of another system. Democracy is the best available governance in my understanding, but it has a lot of drawbacks. Nonetheless, on a comparison with democracy and other forms of governance, democracy is much better than other given forms of governance, except in a hypothetical ideal situation of benevolent dictatorship, which doesn't happen, or even if it happens, it must be happening for at the most the lifetime of one individual. With the change in dictatorship of another person's coming in, the whole thing will become topsy-turvy. So, the best available pattern of governance is democracy. That's what I said, I'm a Democrat for want of an alternate system better than this. So long as this is the best available system, naturally, we all are democrats. But then, where do you find democracy in the world? If you seriously ask that question, you will only point on one nation, that is Bharat. In all other nations, there is no real democracy. I don't say that in Bharat also there is real democracy, but the best democracy in the world is that one is going on in Bharat, with all the drawbacks. But when you compute the drawbacks, the least drawbacked system of democracy is in Bharat on a comparison with other nations. Many places you have democracy just for the namesake, and many places you have democracy just for the show's sake. And in all places including Bharat, the two biggest enemies of democracy is money power and muscle power. Money power and muscle power, this thing manipulates. The authority would amass money. The politicians really earn nothing much at all. They thrive on the hard work of the people of the nation. But they amass wealth. So this money power, through money many things operate. And then democracy is like America. That's much more serious. In Bharat, it's much less. We are saying in the Congress time, there are Congress leaders, name you know, that why should I take name? It's fundamentally indecent to name people. There was a central minister, who has amassed wealth in Congress regime, who has properties in many nations, and then within Bharat also, he has established business networks, from eye care hospitals to all kinds of things. Now, this is how normally the drawback of democracy gets manifested. But in places like yours, it's hardly known, or the people are not bothered. Here also, in Bharat also, people know, but they don't really go to resist it beyond a point. And in many places, there are already these two-party systems. Wherever there is multi-party system, that becomes a failure, and that gets into some kind of problems. We have multi-party system, but other places, such multi-party system doesn't hold on. Wherever there is multi-party system in other places, they have unstable governance. So all told, democracy definitely is the best form of government, and the best democracy you find in Bharat. And other places, democracy's performance or purity goes in degrees. Everywhere it goes in degrees. But the maximum degree of ideal democracy we find in Bharat. So, please don't give us lectures on democracy. Please don't give us lectures on humanism. please don't give us lectures on environment, and don't give us lectures on things which you don't know. We have been practicing all those things for many tens of thousands of years, not just few, many tens of thousands of years. And that should make us happy, not really proud. Proud is something which when you do things much better manner, much better manner. But that should make us happy that at least we are better than others. We should improve. We have more scope to improve as on a comparison with others, because our democracy still is much better and we have more scope to improve, though there are a lot of things to be improved. But these two things have been managed: the money factor, authority factor, propaganda factor, name factor, impression factor, and ideology factor, which Gramsci finally put it as hegemony. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Siya Ram.